Hi, and welcome, my beautiful Virgo people. This is my brand new channel. I'm Yetta Pearl. Thank you so much for joining me. I will tell you that I am so grateful each time you hit the like button, every time you share, make a comment, or certainly when you subscribe. This is a general angel reading for Virgo for June 1st to the 15th of 2021. Because it's a general reading, this will not all parts of this will resonate for everybody. So just take what you need and leave the rest. It'll just be for somebody else, no problem. Okay, let's get right to this and let's see what your angels want to say to you today for the first 2 weeks of June 2021. So, oh, there we go, almost. So your angels they came with you when you were born, your guardian angels. And so they're always with you. They have no ego. They have no judgment about you. Everything that you do is just fine with them. They have no trouble at all with you, being your own true, authentic self. And that's what they want you to be like all the time, is your own true, authentic self. Now, there are ways to be that tactfully if the people around you would be hurt by you in some way, by, the way you would naturally be. There are ways to be considerate of others while staying true to yourself. And so that's what they like to see. So here we go. Virgo general reading for June 1st to 15th of 2021. Okay, so first we have the mermaids. So this is a very powerful message from your mermaids. They want you to really let yourself receive right now. So you are very giving in a normal, ordinary day. But your give and receive is a little bit out of balance at this moment. Most of you've been giving a little more than you've been receiving. And so for some of you, that might mean treating yourself, go get a massage or a pedicure or whatever strikes your fancy. But it's not only those kinds of things. It's paying attention to your own self and what do you need, and then how can you actually accomplish receiving that for yourself, right? So is there somebody else in your life who can take over a little bit for a little while until, for you to rejuvenate your own self? You can only give what you've got stored up within you, right? If you're running on an empty tank, you're not going to run for very long. And so it feels very much like your connection with other people has been lacking a little bit. You've been feeling the weight of responsibility quite a bit. And so anyone that you can hang out with for a while, maybe an afternoon, without feeling any responsibility, and you can just relax and be your own self. That's what's going to really, really help you. And so in this picture, we see two beautiful young girls. They might be sisters, they might be really close friends. And, one is braiding the other one's hair. They're just hanging out, they're being easy, they're pampering each other. They're just loving each other and accepting each other. And so the more you can find that, the more you'll stay full, right? When you are receiving, there's no guilt to be associated with that. Even if that costs a little bit of money somehow, or if somebody else then needs to step in and take your responsibilities for the day. There's just no guilt to be had there, because if you don't do this for yourself, everyone else around you suffers as well, because you can't do what you would normally want to do, right? So please allow yourself to receive. Allow people to give to you. So this is actually a separate subject. Allowing other people to do nice things for you and accepting that. Saying, oh, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. That's perfect. That's perfect. And that helps the other people also feel good. You know, if that helps you to receive it, then remind yourself that other people feel good to give, right? Yeah, that's a really nice balance there. And so that helps you, that balance, that helps you achieve this radiance. So they're showing me that, by midsummer, so this summer solstice, pardon me, my first day with my new mouth apparently. So by the summer solstice, you have the ability to be feeling really, really satisfied and really just filled up, with satisfaction, with feeling effective, feeling like you're really getting a lot done, and that you're absolutely shining. Like look at all the abundance there. And when you do feel that way, abundance does just come to you. That's the law of attraction at work. When you feel that good, no matter what the subject you're feeling good about, just when you are feeling that good, then more things come to you that you feel that way about. That's how that works. And so you can achieve that radiance. And it really has very little to do with your external circumstances. It has to do with how you feel about your external circumstances, right? So keeping that in mind, that the better you feel, the more better feeling things come to you, right? All right, so there are some things that they're kind of hidden from you at the moment. It seems like some of you know that you don't know what's behind the veil, but you're aware there's a veil there. You can see that there are things that you can't tell yet. And so that, for some of you, that makes you impatient, but try to keep in mind that it's good that you can tell that there is something else there. And so then you can just sit back and be patient and know that you will understand this all in good time. This is kind of the equivalent of divine timing, right? So if it's too soon, it cannot come to you. And anything that is for you cannot go anywhere besides to you. What's for you will not pass you by, right? Just you can't quite see it yet. So what you can see are the steps immediately in front of you. So go ahead, take those steps, do the things, whatever it needs to do, and this will come all clear in time. And you'll see then that the timing is actually perfect. You'll understand then why things had to wait and why you couldn't see it all clearly before. Yeah, it'll be great. And when the fog lifts, look at how brilliant that is coming behind. It's absolutely beautiful what's coming for you. It's just not quite here yet, that's all. So with your attention, and we've got two here. With your attention, can you see? Here we go. With your attention to the signs, to what's going on around you. So your angels are trying to communicate with you all the time. And so they're giving you signs through your four senses, your four main senses. So your vision, your hearing, your feeling, and just knowing. And so the more attention you can pay to those and understand that those signs are for you, and that those signs generally they mean you're on the right track, you're doing the right thing, you're you're proceeding exactly how you should be, all is well in your world, right? And so the more attention you pay to those things, the more you know where you're supposed to be. The more you acknowledge those signs, then when there is a lack of signs, you will really notice that. It's a different vibration entirely. It feels completely different. And so then you will know right away if you happen to get off track a little bit, or if you're going in a direction that is less beneficial. It just really helps you identify what to go towards, and what things are in your best interests. And so as you pay attention to those signs, then the wind blows in your favor. And that really moves things, gets things going, gets a lot of momentum happening. And so then whatever your goal is, do you know your goal? That's the next question they're jumping in with. What are you trying to achieve? What do you want? It's pretty hard to get some momentum going towards something if you don't know what you're going towards. So it's helpful often to identify what you don't want, because that's easier to come up with, isn't it? So what is it that you don't want? So you don't want poverty, you don't want lack in anything. If you concentrate on the lack of anything, you will have more lack of something. So when you realize what you actually do want, you want abundance. You want things to be easy and to flow smoothly, to basically go with the wind, right? So when you're thinking of what you do want, be conscious of your language, and that it's always going towards instead of pushing against something. So for example, you're planning an outdoor event maybe, and you need to be careful because it's tempting to say, oh, I really don't want it to rain. Well, then your focus is on rain, and that's what you're attracting. If you say, I would love some beautiful clear skies and warm temperatures and calm air, then that is more likely what you will receive. You see the difference there? And so the same is true for things like abundance, money. If you're concentrating more, if you're noticing more about, oh, if I had more money, I could afford to buy that thing. Well, that's the position of lack. And so if you can switch your thoughts around, and your attitude and your feelings about that, and switch that to when, exactly, how is that going to go? I am choosing to manifest this abundance, and it will be here very soon. And as soon as it's here, then it feels like such relief, and it feels so prosperous, and it's so joyful. And so when you can conjure up the feeling of the having of it and really feel that, then you get to bring it to you. And that's no matter what your actual reality circumstances are, right? The more attention you pay to what you're going toward, the quicker you will get there. And so the wind activates that coming towards you. And that happens by, by focusing on what you actually want. Yeah, so that was kind of a long-winded, get the joke? Wind, long-winded. Yeah, I know, that was a dry one. Never mind. So that was a long-winded explanation for all that. But so after all this, after the receiving and the achieving of radiance and the knowing what you want so that you can work towards it and realizing that things happen in perfect timing, that some things are not meant to be seen yet. Now we come to the full power of you. Oh my gosh, you have no idea the full power of you. Well, some of you do have an idea. The, the power is amazing. When you let yourself fully shine, when you're really aware of how great you are, and this is not a conceited thing, there's no arrogance with this, it's just consciousness, realizing, wow, you know, what I think about other people and how great they are at things and how calm they are and how they're handling life so well. Guess what? I'm doing that too. And I'm just as great as they are. And what an amazing feeling. And so, more and more, your angels are saying that you are recognizing your own greatness, your own power, your own wisdom, and they're helping you to continue to work towards that. And they're really, really proud of you for all the work that you've already done. So good job. That's what they're saying. Yes. So it is safe for you to be powerful. It is safe for you to speak your truth. You know, in the world right now, as conditions are for a long time now, it's been a little, you know, you're not quite sure who's trustworthy and who's not. That's how it feels. And so you have not necessarily been speaking your truth in all circumstances. Now, there are times you're going to be choosy what you say and to whom you say it, but it's not due to anything fear-based. It's simply because some people cannot hear you, and you recognize that. So just save your breath, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. And so your angels are, you know, they're really encouraging you to know your authenticity and to keep that by, if you're not speaking, it's only because it would not be received. Please stay true to yourself by not agreeing with something that you don't agree with. Do you understand what I mean? Just for the sake of keeping the peace, don't do that. You don't have to get into any confrontations or any arguments or anything like that. But you're best to either be silent or to speak your own truth in a calm way. And you're quite you're you're able, you're tactful, you're diplomatic, you're able to find the words to say those things, keeping to your own truth while not alienating other people. And so that's very good. And so they want you to practice that some more, but to make sure that what you know and what you believe is true for you, that you don't hide from that. So anyway, you are very powerful and you are safe. Yes. Okay, so this is a great message. Okay, so let's just pull one more card, a daily guidance card for you, Virgo, for June 1st to 15th, 2021. We'll do one more here. Oh, there it is. Well, time to go. So there's something here that is finishing up for you. It's ready to be finished. So what would that be? What does it feel like? So for some of you, that's maybe a job that you're ready to be finished with. Some of you, it's a relationship of some kind. Um, so you may have to be very assertive, some of you, and stand your ground and know that it is time, and there's just no arguing with that. The other person, if there's another person involved, or a company or something like that, some of them, they are fully acknowledging the same thing, that it's just time for this to end, or to just wind it up. And others, though, are going to be reluctant and they won't really recognize it, but that's okay. They will in time. And so it's just time to end this situation. This has been kind of a common theme in some of the readings, and so I wonder if it's something to do with, kind of the world at large. And that is not very clear to me. They're just not sharing that. But this, like I said, has been a little bit of a common theme. So we'll just leave it at that. Okay. So that's been a great reading for you. Okay, so if I can invite you to just hang around with me for one more minute, and we will gather together and we'll send some pure love to the whole rest of the world, and we'll send some compassion and a whole bunch of healing. Oh, and just some calm energy. Let's all just love each other. Oh, that's beautiful. Well, Virgo, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. I love you. And I will see you again next time.